You guys, this is Pretty Tarot YouTube channel, and this is the June 2018 reading for Cancer. I apologize if it's a little dark here, okay? I just don't really feel like turning any light on. I have natural light coming from the blinds. This is a general reading, however, it can apply to love life because I will be pulling a romance angel card towards the end. In which that will also be able to resonate on a general level as well. And with general readings, it can resonate with different areas of your life. So it can resonate with jobs, career, finances, love life and relationships, friendships, personal situations, health, whatever is going on. But keep in mind, if you guys have anything serious going on, like any serious legal issues or serious health issues, these readings are not a replacement for any of those things, especially if you have any financial issues, okay? See a financial counselor or something of that sort. But this reading can also apply to not only your sun sign, but also to your moon, rising, and your Venus and Mars, if you have Venus and Mars in both your Cancer, like if you have Cancer in both Venus and Mars, okay? Because that's your personal relationships and physical energy cards, okay? Anyway, so I have pulled out a card for you guys. These cards that I'm pulling right now is what I'm going to base all the energy for your tarot reading around, okay? So I got the despair card that came, this card actually fell out of the deck. So I don't know if you guys are able to see that, but and you know what? Maybe I'll turn some light on it. Because I'm a big proponent of having light. Anyway, you guys got the despair card here, okay? So, and because this is like so late, this is like June, what is this, June 11th or whatever, you can kind of consider this almost like a mid-monthly or whatever, and you probably can take this as far as into mid-July. And I apologize to you guys for this being late, okay? Because my energy wasn't right. You know, my energy wasn't right, and then there's been a lot going on because I'm moving soon, and this is going to be a big, major thing for me. So, and I have family. Thank you for those of you who have gotten readings with me, personal readings. So you guys have like I said before, the despair card. So someone is not in their best spirits. Someone is suffering in some form, sad, depressed. You know, you could be grieving a loss in some form or feeling like you lost something that, you know, was really important to you, and maybe having to say goodbye. But you also you guys have the self-control card here, in which I feel like you guys may be trying to shut out the rest of the world. And just trying to get more in tune with how you feel and what it is that you feel you need to focus on or work on in yourself. It could be you just feeling like it's too much going on around you, too much outer noise, clutter. It's like a need to really focus, okay? It's like a need to really go within and work on how you feel or whatever's going on. Now, you guys also have the boredom card here, but in the reverse. So you guys could be coming out of this whole thing where maybe you were bored, you know, maybe you weren't, but it seems like you're no longer, you know, the opposite of boredom is enthusiasm, or what's the word I'm really looking for? It's like something that sparks you, like motivation. So like opposite of being bored is like you could be, you know, intrigued by something and awoken by something. Like I feel like, but it's whatever this is, and this message is for someone in Pacific, you know, it's triggered by some sort of loss. Okay. Something has you guys feeling motivated, Something has you guys feeling, there is a specific word that I'm looking for, okay? Something has you guys interested. Something has you guys feeling all of a sudden, like I said, intrigued, motivated, interested. Something sparks something in you guys. You know what I'm saying? Something has you guys kind of, and it'll come to me eventually. I swear it'll come to me, but it's something that has you guys, if you were in a bored phase, you're no longer bored, you know. And it's because I feel like you guys kind of know that you need to go and be somewhere, be to yourselves, get away from everyone else, retreat. Some of you may be taking a vacation, but you're needing to like really just go and think. You're needing to work on some sort of discipline, but this feels a lot like focus, okay? Something that sparked this in you guys, though, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like it's relating to the fact that you guys could be feeling depressed or sad, some of you guys. And I feel like somebody may as well be bored, but maybe, like I said, trying to come out of that, you know? But, so it could be like, it's a different area for some of you guys. Someone could have been dealing with being bored, okay? Being bored or whatever, and seeking something that will give you purpose or something. And maybe you're trying to come out of that, okay? Or maybe you're starting to come out of that, but it's a need to just really go and be to yourself, almost like hermit mode, or just the need to go and meditate on some things, need to go pray on some things, a need to just go be to yourself, a need to just tune everyone and everything out and just kind of focus on what do you really need, what do you really want, you know, because something resulted that made you unhappy, or made you, maybe you guys took a loss in some form, or maybe you feel like you're depressed or something. You know what I'm saying? Like something's going on with you guys. But let me go ahead and finish pulling my other cards, my chakra oracle cards here, because I'm also going to get a little bit more clarity with this. And then I'm going to go ahead and do your tarot card. So if you guys have skipped anything, you might want to go back. I think you go back as far as a minute and 30 seconds or 2 minutes, something like that, or whatever. Okay, so you got the Enlightenment card in the reverse. In the reverse that popped out here. So there's something that you guys are not truly sure of. There's something you guys are truly not seeing. And you could be wanting to. So I feel like in regards to all of this here, you guys are really seeking some answers. You're really seeking to figure out how to come out of some sort of period in which you feel like something's causing you guys to feel like you're losing or something. Like there's a different narrative for different of you guys, but this is a new deck for me, so I'm still learning this deck. But the Enlightenment card is definitely about, like I said, coming to some conclusions, drawing some conclusions, becoming aware of some things, figuring some things out, details, really knowing where you stand, that kind of thing. But this is the Topaz card. It says, if I seek peace, I must embrace my fears. The legend. Topaz is a renowned spiritual teacher. People travel to hear his wisdom. He is journeying up a mountain to seek private counsel with the great servant when a young boy stops him. The boy asks, if enlightenment is to be found in my own mind, how do I get there? The moment before he disappears into the mist, Topaz replies, through your fears. At this time, your journey is more important than your destination. Remember, if you face your fear, you will grow stronger. Relief awaits. Your personal inquiry may be, my thoughts always drive my choices. How can I use my thoughts to heal myself? Key ideas, path to enlightenment. The reluctant sage, taking time alone to connect, trusting your intuition, needing solitude, time for reflection, support, courage, confidence. So, yeah, that's extra information for you guys. But you guys really are kind of like taking some time yourselves, you know, because you really just kind of want to think about some things. You're really wanting to meditate on some things, you know. You're really wanting to work on whatever it is you need to work on, you know, within yourselves. This could be a spiritual journey that some of you are taking at this particular time. Okay. Could even be fasting and praying for some of you. But this is a spiritual journey, it feels like, for many of you. Okay. So let me go ahead and shuffle the tarot cards so we can get more details on why any of this is really happening for you guys. And I'm using both of my tarot decks here to, you know, kind of get more of an opportunity to see what energy is really going to be presented, because both of my tarot decks, they have like, one has the more traditional meaning, the other one has more of its own creative meaning based off of fairy tales and, you know, nursery rhymes and those kind of things. So this popped out for you guys here, the Chariot card. I didn't really get to look at if it came out in reverse or not, but it's all about overcoming obstacles and challenges. But with the whimsical tarot definition, it's also about, for some of you, it could be about parting ways, the need to part ways for some reason, because whatever was trying to be manifested, whatever dreams you may have could have had, whatever journey you could have been trying to make, that should have worked out perfectly fine, it probably didn't work out as fine as you hoped it would. And instead of it turning into this beautiful, you know, it being this beautiful carriage and, you know, that's taking you to this grand palace to meet your happily ever after outcome, it turned out to be just a pumpkin and rats. Now, if you remember the fairy tale, there's still an opportunity that your wish could be granted and you could overcome this challenge of things not appearing to be so pleasant or things being the way you ideally think it should be. And your wish could still be granted, and those rats and pumpkins could be turned into, you know, this beautiful carriage that will take you to your happily ever after. But that's where it comes in at with overcoming obstacles and challenges. But it's a possibility that with this, it could come like this need to go in opposite directions, or you could be trying to decide which direction to go. You could be split over it, you know, for some of you. So it's a different narrative for each and every one of you as to what it is that you need to do in order to overcome the obstacles and challenges. It could be splitting. It also could just be, you know, a need to just kind of figure out which direction you want to go. And that's part of, like I said, relating to what's going on here for you guys in this month. Now, what's funny is, Cancer, the whole time in my mind, I kept thinking about Taurus. Okay, for some reason, I kept thinking about Taurus, and this even felt like I was doing the Taurus reading, but this is the reading for Cancer for the month of June. So somebody out there is strongly like involved with a Taurus, okay, for some reason, or you may have Taurus somewhere else in your chart, and that energy is just coming through really heavily for you guys. But I felt the need to just kind of let you guys know that, because that's just something that I just realized just now, and that's really odd because I've never experienced that before, okay, with doing a reading in terms of thinking heavily about another sign, even though I'm doing this for another sign. Somebody out there is dealing with a Taurus, or got some strong Taurus in your chart. And if you guys are interested in getting a personal reading, you can email me at prettytarot@gmail.com. You can also go to my website, prettytarot.com, and you can also check the description box below for any sale prices. Make sure you guys pay attention to the $35 readings are actually for pre-recorded video readings. If you guys want a live reading through phone or Skype, the prices are actually higher below. But I appreciate you guys, you know, that have book readings with me and everything. You guys are very much appreciated. Okay, so In this month here, you guys got the Judgment card in reverse, Cancer, in which there's something that you guys are not seeing. There's something that you're not knowledgeable about. There's something you're not able to see the finer details about. And there's some truth here that you're just not aware of. It also could be maybe a judgment actually didn't come through. And what's interesting is, like I said, you guys got the Enlightenment card in the reverse. And enlightenment is all about knowledge and what you can see and being able to see things that normally you wouldn't be able to. And very much so, that's what you guys are going through as a focus this month. It also could be there's something you were waiting to hear, a message or announcement, and you're not hearing it. And it's related to something or someone from your past or some past situation. Maybe it's related to something you feel nostalgic about. But whatever it is something from the past. What's hanging over your situation is, yeah, somebody really is dealing with probably a Taurus, because here's an earth sign hanging over your situation with the King of Pentacles, in which this could be a male or female because I'm gender neutral. So this could be like I said, a Taurus, a Capricorn, or a Virgo. So it's funny that I picked that up, because like I said, I just kept feeling something strongly about an earth sign. But, and if it's not an earth sign, okay, then this is someone who appears to be stable and secure. They know how to manage money, finances. They're very responsible, very organized. They're very nurturing in that they look out for everyone and everybody. They could be a boss or a manager, you know, they may even do business, things like that. This is a very hard worker. This is also someone who could be stubborn, someone who also could be frugal, and someone who also doesn't like to waste things. Someone who they're in touch, they like nature, you know, those kind of things. They may even be a parent. So they may be your parent, or they may be just someone who has children, okay? And I mention all those characteristics because this is a person who's in the upright with that energy. If they were in the reverse, then they would be the opposite of all those characteristics that I mentioned. They may have earth in their chart or something, okay? But this is a person definitely hanging over your situation. What's at the root of your situation here is some sort of communication that affects the way you feel, or some sort of emotional communication, or some sort of emotional offer. It's possible maybe somebody's dealing with a Pisces, because sometimes the Page of Cup cards can represent a Pisces. But it's definitely something going on with some sort of communication that affects the way you feel. And like I said, you guys could just not maybe be hearing it, and you know, it's relating to something of the past. So it's possible you guys could be dealing with a water sign as well. But yeah, in the past position here, you guys got the Page of Pentacles in reverse. So that's you guys have had some issues with working on managing your money or your finances, or managing business, or handling business. It could be somebody's finances really got flipped upside down, and it could be due to a lack of planning, a lack of some details that were overlooked or something, or whatever, money mismanagement or something. It also could be here that maybe something that you were expecting to come in, like some money, or a promotion, a raise, an offer, some sort of inheritance or whatever, a job offer, maybe something didn't come through, okay? That could have been financially related, or something that just held some sort of value to you was not offered or did not come through. Because Pentacles, coins, it's all about value, whether it's about money or just something that holds some sort of meaning to you. And that's in the past position there, okay? In the current position here, you guys had, you know, you got a Tower in reverse here. So this is something that came up that it wasn't a surprise. It wasn't a shock. So it didn't catch you off guard. That's the way I interpret this card. But it also could be the fact that maybe you guys currently realize that whatever foundations you have, you realize that they're not stable. They weren't built on stable ground. Something wasn't secure. Something wasn't stable. So whatever you guys invested in or built upon, you guys are aware that it's not stable. It's not current because of what happened in the most recent past, or maybe in the distant past, with your finances not working out, or something not coming through that you were expecting, okay? So maybe, you know, you guys are kind of aware that something here wasn't right or isn't right. And it's just, it comes to no surprise to you. There's no surprises here that something is not working out or something didn't work out. Okay. In the expectations here, I mean, not your expectations, but with your concerns here, Cancer, you guys, once again, you have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. So somebody is like, you're not, I don't know, like you're really concerned here that whatever it was that was supposed to come through, whether it was financially, some money, or something valuable that you were expected to come through, it didn't come through. So maybe you didn't get that raise or promotion you were hoping for. Maybe you didn't receive some sort of money you were expecting to come through, or some sort of offer that was valuable you just didn't come through for some reason. But it just seems like whatever it is, you're concerned about it, okay? Because in the past position, it threw you off financially, or you failed to plan for it because maybe you didn't know that this was going to be an issue. Maybe you didn't foresee that, okay? With the outside influence of your situation here, you got the Magician. So with the outside influence here is that you could just go ahead and take things into your own hands, take matters into your own hand, and try to work your magic, work your charm, and see what it is that you can do here, okay? Empower yourself or whatever. With your obstacles and challenges here, you're struggling to see things smooth out because maybe things are not smoothing out. Maybe you can't see how to smooth things out. Maybe you're struggling to be able to move forward or get past whatever this rough period is, or this difficult thing, or this difficult situation, even though you want to, okay? You could be struggling to move forward or to see things that were difficult, come out as difficulty or whatever. In your expectations, yeah, you kind of expect to not hear some sort of communication or to receive some sort of message or something. Maybe you don't expect to make any communication or message to anyone, but whatever the case is, there's something here that is not coming through. If this was a personal reading, I would clarify on it, but I'm not going to do that in the general reading because I don't take up too much time, and it's a free general reading. So seek out a personal reading with me, you guys, if you would like to see all the positions clarified, or if you would like to get a personal reading done specifically for your energy where that information will be clarified, okay? Now, in your future position here between now and the next few weeks, the next few months, or as far as a year, and keep in mind, readings are not set in stone in terms of future predictions and outcomes because you have free will. And even if something is destiny, you have a way, you have the right to kind of like change the way you perceive something to be, whether you think it's a failure or you think it's a win, okay? This could change, okay? Your future predictions, your outcomes could change because the energy is based off of what's going on right now. So never see anything as, oh, that's bad news, or oh, this is a negative reading. Never see that, because readings are meant to give you insight, okay? And I've been saying this for all the readings. You're here to get insight, and you're also here to get advice and things like that, so that you can make the wisest decisions for yourselves and move forward, and you can help influence this to become something more to what you want to see, okay? So you guys have this thing coming up where either you are going to feel restricted, limited, or tied into something you can't get out of, or you actually will find yourselves in a position where I would say a tight situation. I hate to say this, I keep hearing scary situation. It feels very much like it's a fearful thing. Like you guys are more going to feel uncomfortable or feel fearful because you're going to feel like you don't really, like you're going to be, I feel like afraid to like spend money, afraid to take any more gambles or take any more risks. You know what I'm saying? Or you're going to feel like you really actually can't afford to take any more gambles or risks is what I'm really getting with this Eight of Swords. And it's more so because you guys feel, some of you could be feeling locked into something like a contract, a marriage, or an agreement or something of some sort, or you could just be feeling like literally limited and restricted in your situation because of whatever finances. Like I said, maybe you want to move to another job, but that job didn't come through, that offer that you were hoping to, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Whatever this is, you guys are kind of either going to feel this way, or you are going to be this way in terms of just feeling restricted, limited, fearful, not willing to take a gamble or risk. But the one thing this card always points out is this is kind of like holding yourself hostage to circumstances that you really don't have to. You can empower yourself instead of sitting there twiddling your thumbs like she is, you know, feeling like she's a victim waiting for someone or something to come rescue her out of the situation. She really could take her hands that she's holding there in nervousness, and because she looks pretty patient to me, like she's turning a blind eye, like she doesn't even want to deal with this. But she could pull her ropes off, because her ropes are really not as tight as they appear in the picture. I know they appear tight, but they're really not. She could just pull the ropes off, then she could pull that blindfold off, and then she could see around her and walk right through those sharp swords that she's afraid she's going to cut herself on if she, you know, moves anywhere, you know. So you guys are you're going to have to kind of empower yourselves here and not allow yourselves to operate in fear, allow yourselves not to feel like you can't do anything. Now, if you're wise, if you are aware that you're in a situation that is financially tight, or a situation that really doesn't allow you a lot of wiggle room, then of course use your good common sense to kind of figure out how you can work things out or manage things out, or maybe even seek professional help like a financial counselor if it's finances, or just a counselor period if it's something emotional of some that sort of nature. Because I there's someone out here who could have, actually had a major loss here or something, but seek out the professional help that you guys may need, legal, whatever it may be, okay, medical. Now, for your outcome, you guys have the Seven of Swords, but in the reverse, okay? So the Seven of Swords, this is in the reverse. So your outcome is that you guys, whatever you feel, it's like discovering that you're not being cheated, discovering that someone's not sneaking, or realizing someone's not sneaking. It's also this thing of someone not having something taken from them, someone not having something stolen from them. So it's kind of one of these things like maybe you guys could have been fearing that the worst, like maybe you could have been fearing that someone was stealing from you or sneaking, being sneaky, or that someone could have been taking something from you that you felt was yours, or that something that belonged to you, or those kind of things. Maybe you feel like maybe you felt like somebody stole something, but you discover it's not necessarily so, or that's not actually what's going on. Because in the upright, the Seven of Swords is all about being cheated, being taken for granted, being taken advantage of, someone stealing, someone being sneaky, someone taking something. This fell out. Someone taking something, that was too many cards. Someone taking someone that doesn't belong to them. So it could be that you guys discover that no one's really trying to take advantage of you or take you for granted, or like I said, be sneaky or cheating or take anything that doesn't belong to them. Maybe perhaps you could be realizing you don't need to do any of these kind of things either, okay? So if any of you were kind of thinking you need to rob the bank, like if you have a financial situation, you kind of end up realizing you don't need to do that. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, like, if there's anything that anyone could have been thinking that they might need to do that may not be necessarily ideal or orthodox, you realize maybe you don't need to do that, okay? I don't know, but you guys tell me how this reading resonates with you. I'm not going to clarify, like I said, it's a free general reading. Seek out a personal reading, you guys, if you want to clarify it. But in the advice here, you guys have the High Priestess there. And the High Priestess is all about following your intuition, following your gut, following your heart, trusting your instincts here in this situation. It says, listen to your intuition, have patience, consider carefully what you want before acting, okay? You guys got the Knight of Earth here in reverse. This was what you guys were concerned about, and it comes out in reverse here. This is a card that it's advising you. It's like, if whatever it was that you guys are concerned about, of not receiving something valuable, not receiving some money, not receiving an offer or whatever, this is referring to the fact that it's saying time to buckle down and get things done. Honor your commitments. You guys may have a guardian angel looking over you. And I want to say this. If something does not come through for you that you were expecting or hoping for, you have a guardian angel that's looking over you guys that may help you in this situation. But you guys probably need to go ahead and buckle down and get things done. Honor your commitments or whatever. Because you guys have, remember, you have the self-control card here. You know, the need to really buckle down and get serious and get focused and tune out all the rest of everyone else, the clutter and things like that. And you guys also have the Seven of Water. The Seven of Water is sometimes daydreaming or whatever, and having fantasies, things like that. But I feel like you guys, people who do that normally are bored, but you guys are no longer bored. Because I feel like you guys are coming into this reality where you realize you need to get real about things. You need to step into reality no more. Like I said, fantasizing. You need to get focused. You need to get disciplined. You need to go within with your higher self and use your intuition, you know, and tune out the rest of the world if you have to. Tune out the rest of the clutter, the noise, whatever it is, so you can, you know, handle things, because you guys have been disappointed. You guys have been sad, feeling like you lost something, maybe depressed, okay? But with the Seven of, you know, like I said, Seven of Cups or whatever, usually that's a card that's pointing out you need to get focused, because you're not. And because you have a lot of distractions, you have a lot going on, you have a lot on your plate. You could also have a lot of options to choose from that could be distracting you as well. But it says a complex decision, the need to do research and stop procrastinating, okay? So let me go ahead and see what other cards that I have for advice for you guys. This one's just, something's unlikely, and I'm going to shuffle on whatever it is that is unlikely for Cancers in this month. I feel like it has a lot to do with your fears. Wow, and you guys got a yes card as well. So if you guys had some concerns about something, like if you guys had a yes or no kind of question that you were wondering about, then there's your answer. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, you know. All right. In terms of what's unlikely is you got the Three of Swords in reverse. A lot of signs are getting this month. I can't remember which ones because it's been kind of some days since I've done the last readings. But if you go check out some of the other readings, and you guys, you know what, you should do this. Go check out other readings. Check out your rising, your moon, your Venus and Mars. If you have, like I said, a sign that is significant in those areas. Like I have a Virgo, Venus and Mars. Okay, so I can usually relate to Virgo readings. Because a lot of the other signs are kind of connecting to each other, where you're getting similar cards coming out, and it tells me there's a connection there, that some of you guys really are dealing with one another. But what's unlikely here with the Three of Swords in reverse is that it's unlikely that you will have to cut or sever something. It's unlikely that you'll have to sever ties with something. It's unlikely that you'll have to get surgery for any of those of you who may be struggling with any health issues, and maybe there was a need to, maybe there's a concern that you need to get a procedure or something like that. It's unlikely that you'll continue to feel any despair, or that whatever this is will continue to hurt you for some reason in regards to whatever's going on. Because this is all about, in the upright, it's all about being sad, heartbroken, disappointed, a need to sever ties, a need to cut ties, a need to cut something out. This also can be about severance, such as severance pay in my readings, okay? So for somebody, it's unlikely you're going to get your severance, okay? Maybe it's your severance pay. Maybe you need to work on it. I don't know. Or maybe it's unlikely that you're thinking you're not going to get your severance pay, okay? But It's also, like I said, unlikely that something that you're afraid you were going to have to cut, that you're not going to have to do that. It's unlikely that this is going to that something is going to disappoint you or not work out or cause you sadness or heartbreak. And let's say if you did need to cut ties for any reason or cut something, it's not going to be as bad or as daunting as you think it will be. It actually won't hurt. Okay, it actually won't hurt if you do need to sever ties or cut something or whatever. Okay. Now with the yes, the card that popped out when I was trying to clarify here is the Ten of Pentacles upright. So yes, you are going to receive some sort of finance. You're going to receive some sort of financial gain. Okay. So let's say if you were supposed to inherit some money, such as severance, you may very well receive it, because it's also like this thing where maybe you thought you weren't going to get it. It's unlikely. Okay. It's so many ways to interpret this depending on who's out there. And that's the other thing to keep in mind. General readings, the energy is picking up on so many of you Cancers out there, and you guys have different varying things in your chart, your natal chart or whatever. So everything may not 100% resonate, but the readings, before I even do them, I pray for the messages to come out for those who truly need it. So if it's not resonating, don't feel like, oh, it's a disappointment, but none of that, because it's meant for whoever this really needed to hear this. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not doing this just with the purpose that, oh, it needs to apply to everybody, because I have this understanding. It's really not, because I'm doing it for whoever really, really needed it. And really the way the Divine Spirit works, the Divine Spirit is not going to speak to everybody through all the same readings. They're going to speak to who they really want to reach. So if my reading doesn't resonate for you guys, no need to be disappointed. Check out some other readers and you may find that they may resonate, or seek out a personal reading where the energy is done specifically for you and your situation and not for all the Cancers out there. So yeah, somebody's going to inherit some kind of prosperity, some kind of wealth and abundance, joy and happiness here, with maybe a happy family. This is also, yes, you are going to benefit. Yes, you may receive benefits, because this is a card all about how you benefit. Yes, you may be able to turn this situation into a prosperous situation, because this is also about turning everything you touch into something successful, valuable, wealthy, whatever. Okay, so this is a good card to come up, especially with the yes. Okay, so there's really kind of no need for you guys to really be worried. You know, maybe if you did have to cut something or something wasn't received, you may be granted something that you thought you weren't going to receive. But let's go ahead and pull more advice cards and then call it a day and move on to the other readings that I haven't gotten to. Like I said, I apologize that I kind of have been behind on getting these readings out, but my energy wasn't right, and I can't do anything if my energy isn't right. And then also, like I said, it's been a whole lot going on in my life personally, because I said I'm moving soon, and I could be more excited because it's actually time for it to happen. Okay, I'll talk about that more later, because this isn't about me. This is about you guys. You have the start. You guys have this start a new card popping out in reverse, but I'm gonna go with. This is the fact that maybe you guys didn't think you could start anew, but perhaps what you're missing is that everything happens and occurs in stages. Because what you're seeing on this card is you're seeing butterflies, and they're flying around, and they're around all this beauty and these flowers, and they've blossomed. But before they bloomed into a beautiful butterfly, before whatever this was progressed into whatever this beautiful creature is, it first was a caterpillar, you guys. It first was a caterpillar, and it had to take its time to allow itself to grow and bloom and progress and transform into this new beautiful creature that really isn't new. It's like it's the same creature, but it appears new because it looks different. So you guys maybe could be feeling like, the situation, the way it looks, there's no way this could turn out to be something good, or that this can blossom into something good. But it can. it just takes time, and it kind of takes, you know, effort, and more than anything, it takes time to allow things to grow. Time and effort, time and effort. So don't feel like you can't start anew. Don't feel like you can't get things to work in your favor. You guys also had the drop it card in reverse. I feel like that's because y'all you won't let something go. You won't release something. Okay? Maybe you feel like there's something you have to drop. Maybe you feel like there's something you don't want to drop, but maybe you need to. Okay? Or maybe you guys are concerned, do you have to drop something? But if it's something that is truly causing you a burden, truly weighing you down, and it's not working out, then maybe drop something here, because you can't excel if you're holding on to something that is considered baggage, something weighing you down. So you guys really, like I said, go and use your intuition and figure that out, because like I said, you guys have the high priestess here telling you need to use your intuition. You need to trust your heart, follow your heart, you know, and trust your instincts and your gut. You know, like I said, in this card here, the self-discipline card, this person is sitting there and they're meditating. They're tuning everything else out so they can kind of get focused and figure out what they want to do. And then finally, you guys got blow off some steam here, because you guys need to take it easy. Whatever's upsetting you, whatever's causing you despair, whatever's causing you to feel like you're frustrated, find something else to do for the moment. You know what I'm saying? Find something else to do so you guys could you know, get in a better place. Trust card in reverse. If this reading for any reason relates to you in your love life, this could be extra information. Even if it doesn't, you had the trust card here in the reverse. So you guys are not very trusting of something or someone in your situation here. This situation is calling for you guys to have faith. Okay? But it also goes back to the fact that you guys need to because like I said, you guys are not using your intuition, because you got the enlightenment card in reverse. You guys have the judgment card in reverse. So everything is telling me that you guys are not getting disciplined and just taking some time to really follow and trust your heart and really figure out, what do you need to do, what do you want to do, what makes sense to do. You know what I'm saying? Pray on it, meditate on it, look up Kelly Howe. In fact, if you go to my channel, I've recently added her channel as a favorites on mine, so that you guys can know what I'm talking about. If you can't remember, there's some other channels there as well that will help you guys. But if you type in Kelly Howe and Brain Sync, she has all kinds of free guided meditations that normally she charges for you guys to buy and stuff like that. They're very helpful. Deep Insight is really good. There's several others there. There's so many of them. Attract love, attract wealth and prosperity and abundance, attract, a confidence, success, deep sleep, release and let go, let it go. There's all kinds of really helpful meditations there. Please go there, check it out. I'm not getting paid to tell you that, but these things can help you guys, for those of you who are still truly struggling to, meditate and focus, pray, whatever it is you got to do so you guys can get in the mind that you need to be. Thank you, Cancers. If you like the reading, I appreciate likes. I appreciate you guys subscribing. I appreciate you guys watching and commenting. And I definitely appreciate those of you who support my channel, my work, and my family through booking readings with me. Bless you guys. Peace.